I can't really say that I was ever really a fan of Les Mis, and it wasn't really because I didn't like it. It was just because I didn't know it. Because go figure, at the Jonesboro Public Library, that was like the one show that was always checked out. and I guess, and then I got to college, and I realized that like the greatest faux pas in the world is to sing an overdone song from an overdone show. And after my debacle with Corner of the Sky, I could not believe in that more. So at that point, Les Mis did not stand a chance in my book. It was all about finding obscure music. You know, it had to be something so new that nobody had ever heard of it, or so old that everybody had forgotten about it. And choosing a repertoire was like kind of hard, you know, because there really weren't like online sources for music. You had to go to the music library and pour through these volumes of music. I mean, it took forever, and you would take them down to the practice rooms and play through songs, and once you finally found one, it was yours, and nobody else could sing it. And if somebody else did sing that song, it was grounds for war. It's like, it would be worse than like stealing your best friend's baby name. You're just like, you bitch. That was my song. So it was all about finding this kind of crazy unknown songs. And the gold standard of the unknown song was the handwritten manuscript, which meant that it was either so hard to find or so new that shit was so fresh and that nobody else had it. And that's kind of how this next song originally came to me. My good friend Heather who was the staff pianist at my school. She was a music director, and she was music directing a show called Actor, Lawyer, Indian Chief at the Goodspeed Opera House in Connecticut. And it was written by a guy named Craig Cornelia, who also starred in the show. And every night before the show, he would warm up to his own songs. Okay, whatever. And one night he played this one song, and everybody there was just mesmerized by it. And my friend went up to him, she was like, "What is this song?" He's like, "Oh, it was published in one of my books that just went out of print, you know." He's like, "You can have this manuscript of it." I gave it to her. So then she brought it back to me. She's like, "You have to sing." I just saw a manuscript, and I was like, "Okay." And so I started singing that song, and then, you know, a couple years later, he had another show on Broadway that did really well, and his stuff went back into print, and, you know, everybody started singing this song again. It's been recorded a bunch, and certainly not unknown. But, you know, at the end of the day, it's mine. It's my song, okay? This is Flight by Craig Cornelia. thirst for the sky. Control. I wanna float like a wish in a well, free as the sound of the sea in a shell. I don't know, but maybe I'm just a fool. I should keep to the ground. I should stay where I'm at. Maybe everyone's had hunger like this, and the hunger won't pass me. I can't think like that. All I know is somewhere through clearing, there's a flickering of sunlight on a river long and wide. And I have such a river inside. Let me run through a field in the night. Let me lift from the ground until my soul is in flight. Let me sway like the shade of a tree. Let me swirl like a cloud in a storm on the sea. Wishing on my way through the dawning day. I wanna flow, wanna rise, wanna spill, wanna grow on the side of a hill, wanna shift like the wave rolling on, wanna drift from the path I've been traveling upon.